I'm in West Virginia right now. Flew in yesterday. We flew into Pittsburgh, got a rental car, drove it down to Bridgeport. Staying at the Hawthorne Suites. It's about 4 minutes from the hospital. We got an accessible room, and I feel like the room's pretty good for recovery. It's got everything we need. I brought a bunch of stuff that I had ordered beforehand. Yeah, I'm gonna show you around. So this hotel, it's got all the kitchen stuff. It's got dishwasher even, fridge, stovetop, microwave. There's a toaster in there. It's pretty nice. And then bathroom, accessible. And over here, got the shower chair and everything. Down here, it's got this whole couch area, a little place to eat, TV. It has Netflix and everything, so I'm really happy about that because it'll give me something to do. And then we got the 2 beds, and then I brought this. I will find the link and put it in the bottom, but yeah, it's got the leg stuff. This, I think I'm going to use this either for like behind my head, or I can put my arm on it to keep it away from my abdomen area. And then this can be adjustable however you want it. This I brought for the car ride back to the airport, and then also if it fits the airport seat, it's like memory foam. Feel like it'll help because we got a truck and it isn't the smoothest ride. So yeah, hopefully that helps. I brought a knee pillow just in case, blanket from home. And then over here, this is stuff that I also brought. This is, I think it's a mastectomy pillow or something like that, but it will fit over the seatbelt and the seatbelt like on the plane, because I feel like if it went into my abdomen, it would hurt pretty bad. So hopefully that helps. Saw a bunch of stuff to bring online. So I got some nausea chews, nasal spray, stool softener. I brought some lidocaine patches, some heat wraps that'll go in my back, and it comes with a little thing that'll hold it in place. And then, yeah, some more like heat packs and everything. Oh, I got the ones from Target because they're a little bit cheaper. Do the same as the Therma wraps. I think that's what the brand is called. And then I have EDS also, and I have frequent subluxations, dislocations, whatever. So I brought like my knee braces, my ankle brace, some compression wraps, compression sleeves, socks, pretty much everything that I use on a daily basis. And then over here, I didn't know if we were for sure going to get an accessible room, so I brought this, and also I'm going back to my parents' house to recover. So I got a portable shower chair. I put it together back home, and it was pretty easy. But yeah, just in case. And think that's all. So tomorrow is my first of hopefully just 2 surgeries. I am getting my 12th ribs removed, and then either shortening or removing my 11th ribs. On my left side, my 11th rib is deformed. So instead of just going normal, it's gone a little bit longer, so it's poking through my stomach. Feels like I'm getting like stabbed in my stomach. At some points it like makes a noise, and then also it's really sharp. It's like coming to a point, so I'm really excited not to have that pain anymore. And yeah, so I've got 12th rib syndrome, pretty severe. L1 syndrome, all that stuff. And then for my slipped ribs, that's my next surgery, hopefully getting that at the end of the year. And for that, I've got it bilateral. My left it's 9 and 10 that are slipping, and then my right, it's 8 through 10. So I'll be getting the Hansen 3.0 on those bilaterally. Yeah, I'm scared for the recovery of that one because I've heard it's a little bit more difficult than the recovery for this one. But yeah, I'm excited. I really hope that this lowers my pain. Not expecting like a total recovery, like a full change, wake up as a new person, whatever. I know it's gonna take a while to see results. But yeah, I feel like my rib pain is causing a lot more issues than just rib pain. I feel like it's affecting my like back, it's affecting my hips, and like my back is causing my shoulder and neck pain to get worse. My hips are making it so that my pelvis is moving around weird, and that's causing my knee pain and making me walk weird. I also have had a lot of GI issues, and I feel like that's in part because of how my ribs are. I've had a lot of nerve pain for years and years and years. And I'm hoping that the damage to the nerves, like the intercostal, whatever, I hope that it's not too bad, but I'm prepared for the worst. Yeah, I'm really thankful that I can get in with Dr. Hansen. I came out here in October for my first appointment with him. He was really nice. I've had a lot of bad doctors in the past, and it was very refreshing to go to him. And yeah, I ended up like walking out of that appointment, like called my mom, just bawling with like happy tears, to the point where she couldn't understand me and thought that the appointment went bad, and she started apologizing. But I was just, it felt so nice to finally talk to someone that knew what was going on and then also validated everything I've been saying for years. I'm almost 23, I turned 23 in a month, and I've had this pain since I was in like 7th grade. And yeah, like I've talked to some of my friends from high school, and they remember me like just always saying that my ribs, it felt like they're too small for my body. And like how it felt like I was just like didn't have enough room. And then also I have pectus excavatum, I think that's how you say it. So my rib flare is very bad, and they poke out very far, so that became kind of just a running joke when I was younger. Yeah, it's just, I've had this pain for so long, and I really hope that this will make at least some improvement. I have hypermobile EDS, so I'm hoping that my body reacts well to it. And like I said, I know I'm not gonna have like no pain at the end of this, because I have pain in my shoulders, hips, elbows, fingers, neck, knees, ankles, literally every part of my body. So I know that I'll still have pain in those areas, but I feel like my ribs have been the biggest issue since like November of 2022. That's when everything went downhill even more. I'm really hoping that after all this, I can go back to work and finally just be normal. Yeah, my life has been affected very deeply from all of this, so I have very high hopes that this will do something.
Just to recap, your 12th ribs really gave me a challenge. They were some of the hardest ones I've ever treated, okay? So what we're looking at is the 12th rib on this person, okay? The 12th rib is supposed to have about, half inch or more of space in between it and the 11th rib. Yours was, on both sides, was short. It was about this long, but it was tucked all the way up underneath the 11th rib, like this, okay? I had to dig those little suckers out. It's not easy to do that because I'm looking through a little hole to start with, right? Yeah. I couldn't even find it. I was in there for about a half hour just scratching my head. Not literally scratching my head, but thinking, where did this thing go? And I had your CAT scan up and I'm looking. I couldn't find it. And then I realized it's all the way up inside. I had to reach up and pull it out to get to it and try not to pop your lung and stuff the whole time, right? So I didn't, but it was, and I'll tell you, it was very challenging, okay? Anyway, but it was just, when it's lined up in here, this nerve was sandwiched up in between the 12th rib and the inside of the 11th rib. It was just grinding on it. Okay? Yeah. And I had to almost physically separate. They were almost stuck, like fused together. All right, so that was the left side. The right side was the same, but worse. And then once I got your 12th rib out, I realized that this piece right here was longer. So this is your L1, your first lumbar vertebra. Yeah. And your 11th rib was sagging down and they were hitting. So that's
wait, my 11th rib and the L1?
Your 11th rib was hitting your L1 once I took the 12th rib out. And
that's crazy.
I've never seen that before. Okay? So there's this thing called L1 syndrome. I can show it right here.
Yeah.
Which one is it? This is this guy. So this is where the 12th rib will hit that same bone, right?
Yeah.
But in actuality, the 12th rib was up inside, but the 11th rib was hanging down so far that it was hitting this thing, and it was because it was longer.
That is crazy.
Yeah, I've never seen it on the 11th rib before. I see it all the time on the 12th rib, but the 11th rib, I've never seen that. So the options would be chop out your entire 11th rib to get rid of that nerve compression, this guy.
Yeah.
Or just trim about a 1/4 inch off of this thing.
Yeah.
Those things are okay. They're safe to mess with. People break those things all the time.
Yeah.
And it's really of no consequence. So all I did was just trim a little bit down so there's room for your 11th rib not to hit.
So my post-op today, it's February 25th. It went really well. For the surgery, I had thought that we were going to do the 12th rib removal and then either remove or shorten the 11th ribs. Then when I got there, he had told me that we're just going to remove the 12th ribs, see how that goes. I was kind of sad because I was like, damn, my 11th ribs hurt pretty bad. Yeah, and then did the whole, talk to the anesthesiologist, and I felt really safe at this place because there's a high possibility that I have MCAS. And when we were talking to them about EDS with anesthesia, all that stuff, they told me that they had a specific thing that they do for people that might have MCAS or do have MCAS. And it was their own little concoction for the anesthesia, so I felt very safe because if I went to just a regular doctor's office, regular anesthesiologist, they probably wouldn't have the same answer for that. So me and my mom felt good right off the bat. When I woke up from the surgery, I already felt relief. I had asked the nurse if they already did the surgery, and she asked me for my pain level, and this was before they pumped me with a bunch of drugs, and I told them it was a 4, but before the surgery, I told them a 5 or a 6, and so she looked at me like I was crazy when I told her that I was in less pain and that I felt good and I was ready to go whenever. Yeah, she kept telling me that I have a very high pain tolerance, and she was impressed. And then we went to the recovery room. The guy in there told me that he's seen grown men go in there, just bawling. And he was very impressed with my pain tolerance because I bounced back very quickly. I got myself dressed. I was like completely fine talking to the nurses, making jokes with them. They wheelchaired me down, but I hopped in a truck completely fine. I got back to the hotel, went up by myself, and sent my mom to go get me some food. Yeah, like I felt relief right off the bat, which I did not expect at all. Yeah, and then days following post-op, my mom had told me that they removed both of the 12th ribs, but they shaved down a rib. But I didn't know for sure because I didn't talk to him in the past week other than my post-op appointment today. But yeah, the past couple days, the only like pain that I have felt is just feeling swollen, and like that's expected. But like I didn't feel nowhere near the pain that I had felt beforehand. I have like slowed down taking the meds. I've only taken 1.5 today, and it's 7 p.m. And I woke up at like 7 a.m. So I'm doing a lot better. Feeling so much better. I can breathe. My GI issues are like, feels like pretty much fixed. I can eat without it hurting. My mom and I were laughing because I'm probably like the first person to ever gain weight after surgery. Because like I keep on eating because it doesn't hurt, so I'm like testing the limits. But yeah, I felt so much better. All of my friends are like so excited for me. My mom is so excited for me. My dad's excited. Everyone in my life. And yeah, so going into my post-op today, I went in by myself and I was walking perfectly fine. Like you couldn't even tell that I just had surgery. Went into my appointment and found out that he didn't shave down one of my ribs. He actually shaved down my L1 vertebrae on my right side. He told me that my 12th ribs were literally under my 11th ribs. And when he removed, well, for 30 minutes, he couldn't find my 12th ribs because they were so deep in there. Told me that it was like one of the most difficult 12th rib removals that he's ever done. And that if I had weighed more than I do, not sure if he would have been able to get it out. My nerve was literally trapped in between my 11th and 12th ribs. So I was right. And yeah, it was just crazy. And yeah, so when he removed my 12th ribs, my 11th rib on my right side, was like, it had gone so low and it was so long, that my L1 vertebrae also was weirdly long, so they were like pretty close in contact. So instead of removing my entire 11th rib, he shaved down, I think it was like 6 millimeters or something like that off of the L1. And yeah, I had no clue. The entire past week I've been trying to figure out like which 11th rib he shaved down. Turns out it was neither of them. Which I'm happy with because more protection on my kidneys. I'm cool with that. And yeah, so he was very surprised with how quickly I bounced back. He pointed out the same thing that my dad pointed out. My voice, I sound happier. My skin, I look like I'm glowing in a sense, because it's so different for me. Like, I can do normal human functions, and it's fine. And I haven't felt like that in so long. Yeah, and during that appointment, he was like, I don't know how you, like, are in a wheelchair with how bad your ribs were. He was like, I expected it to be just, like, an easy-ish surgery, whatever, and then I opened it up, and it was a mess in there, and I was like, you don't understand how good it feels to hear that, because I gaslit myself for so many years. Like, I literally, on the day before my surgery, and, like, weeks leading up to it, I was convinced that I didn't need the surgery, and that I was wasting resources, because there's so many other people that I've seen in, like, the Facebook chats and everything, where, like, they're waiting for an appointment, and I'm getting the surgery for no reason, and whatever. Like, I was getting in my head so much, because I thought that I was just being dramatic, and that nothing was wrong, and if something was wrong, it was my fault, and I did it on purpose, and, just, I'm being dramatic. It's all in my head, because I have just heard that from so many doctors, so many people in my life. Like, it's been pushed off for so fucking long, and he has done so many surgeries. He's removed so many people's 12th ribs, whatever. And the fact that he told me that mine was one of the most complex cases weirdly makes me feel so much better about how my life has been the past couple years. In 2023, I had to go on medical leave for 3 months. I damn near lost my job so many times that year. And then in 2024, like the first half of it, I still almost lost my job so many times. I've been taking so many meds. My life has changed so much because of how my body has been the past couple years. And I've had to drop out of school because I just can't think with all the meds that I'm on. I haven't been able to work since, like, November 1st. I tried many times, and I can't. I live alone, so just getting my dog on a walk would, like, tire me out for the entire day because of how much pain I was in. So hearing that there actually was something wrong, like, I feel like this is something that I'm gonna have to work on, like, now, because even though, like, I have confirmation that something was wrong and that thing has been fixed, I still, in my head, like, think that I was making it up and all this stuff. And it's such a relief to, like, be able to tell myself that, like, no, there was something wrong. It wasn't all in your head. You're not just being lazy. You're not just, like, being a loser, because that's everything that I've told myself every day, as much as I try to fight it off. Like, that's just how my brain has been. I think that I'm still going to have to get my second surgery because my ribs still are slipped. I'm still feeling the clicking on my right side. My 11th rib on my left is still very long, and I still feel it stabbing, like, around in my stomach. But we didn't want to do that on this one because the incision on that would be crazy. But yeah, no, I am so thankful for Dr. Hansen. This, I really think, is honestly life-changing for me. I have not had hope for, like, anything in years, and, like, some of my friends, the day after my first appointment with him back in October, I had FaceTimed them, and some of them said, like, this is the first time that I've seen you, like, genuinely happy, because a lot of them have only seen me or, like, met me since I got sick, or, like, since my body fell apart. And sorry, I don't know what my face gets so red. But yeah, like, Dr. Hansen has actually given me hope
which I really didn't think was possible for me at this point. Like, I really didn't think that I could ever feel better, because I didn't think anything was wrong. I just thought that I was, like, just like everyone else felt like this, just I was the dramatic one that needed to go to the doctors all the time. No, like, this is, sorry for rambling again, just, this is so life-changing for me. Yeah, I'm so thankful for him. I have a phone appointment next month, actually on my birthday, and at that point we'll see how I'm healing up and see how I'm feeling about, like, the other surgery, and then we'll get it scheduled at that point if needed, which I have a feeling we'll need, but hope for the best. Yeah, if you are having second thoughts about going to Dr. Hansen, getting any of these surgeries done, if you are in pain and it is truly affecting your life, I would recommend him so fucking much. This is, like, one of the first doctors that I actually trust. And that's saying a lot, because I've gone to a lot of doctors. Yeah, I'm truly happy, and that's a lot for me. But, yeah. So, for my recovery, the first day, I felt good. I didn't really need my mom's help with anything other than washing the incisions. Day 2 and 3, I just felt swollen. I would say also day 4. I was taking the meds every 6 hours for the first probably 3.5 days. And then I started slowing down, trying to get to like 7, 8 hours, whatever. I was sleeping for a lot of those days, just because those meds made me very tired. They gave me like a pain med, something for inflammation, and then something for nausea. I already was on muscle relaxers and gabapentin, so yeah, all of those together just made me pretty tired. Yeah, the little pillow recliner thingy that I got, I am very happy that I brought this. This has been like my savior. And then the mastectomy pillow thing that I had, that has also been a savior, because I have been putting this behind my head or by my arm, depends on what time it is, and because the incisions are on my back, it's weird, but I wanted something like right in between my back and the pillow. So the mastectomy pillow, I was able to put the ice packs in there, and then they were like right where I wanted them, and that has been my savior. These nausea chews also, once the patch on my ear that they gave me stopped working, I didn't get very nauseous, but there was just like times where I couldn't tell, and throwing up literally would be the worst thing in the world. So these helped a lot. And then another thing that helped me was, they're over there, so I'm not gonna get them right now, but the Miralax, like, single packets, because it was just making everything easier, so I appreciate that. And another thing that helped me a lot, where is it? I don't know where it is, But, okay, I found it. It's pretty much a briefcase. And I was just putting like daily meds in here, because I take a lot of meds, and it was just a lot easier doing it this way than asking my mom to like empty all the pill bottles and everything. And the reason it's so big is I'm here for a week, and then I'm going to my parents for 2.5, 3 weeks, something like that. So that was just like my daily meds for like normal. And yeah, so that's been a big help. And yeah, I want to say those are like the main things that really helped me out. If I think of anything else, I will let you know. But the like 4th, 5th, 6th day, I just keep on getting better. Like today I drove for a little bit and like I was feeling fine. I can get in the truck perfectly fine. I can walk perfectly fine. At some points it was actually more comfortable to walk than to like be in bed, because I would just get so tired of laying down. And yeah, I would say the most difficult part of this whole week, at least for the first half of the week, is getting in bed. We ended up taking some of the cushions from the couch and making like a little step so that I could like flop on. Yeah, that's been a lot better the past like probably 3 days. Yeah, overall I'm just very happy that I had this surgery done. Oh, one more thing that I would say, I brought mainly like stuff that's like soft and everything, without thinking. Thankfully my mom had a bunch of just like 100% cotton shirts. I would recommend those, because I was worried that everything was just like gonna get stuck to it, and those I felt like were more breathable, because I mean I'm laying on my back the entire time, so anytime that I'm up walking around, like the cotton was helped the incisions breathe a little bit. But yeah, I'm very happy that I got this surgery. I'm hoping the airport and plane and everything tomorrow won't be too brutal, but yeah, I'll catch you up at some point.